The video quality isn't the greatest in this one, but it's the best I could find, and it's from IGN, so credit to them, link in the description, and let's get into it. So, Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin recently released, and I've been looking through the reviews because it's like almost at the top of a Steam Games trending chart that I often have a look at. So I popped over to the Steam store page and had a look at the reviews. Most of them are positive, but there are quite a few negative as well. And I had a look, and there was two that stood out to me. They're the only two I can find, but they got me thinking about past games that I've played, and the fact that several games do this, and that is locking up co-op. It's time gated, you have to play certain tutorials and stuff in order to actually begin playing co-op in a game that supports co-op play. The only other game that comes to mind for being quite bad with this, in my opinion, is Far Cry 4. When I picked up that game, I can't even remember when it was, a long time ago now, but when I picked it up, I started playing co-op, and I'm gonna say a good few hours in, there was a part where you come to like this bridge area, and the game says to you, you cannot do this part in co-op, you have to do a single player. So they forced you to play single player in order to get past a certain part of the game, and then you're allowed to play co-op again. And it was at that stage I stopped playing Far Cry 4. I gave up with it because I wanted to do a playthrough from start to finish playing in co-op, but there was some part of it that stopped me doing that. A lot of games on the market that support co-op have like 20 to 30 minute tutorials, but the reason I'm doing this video is because, from what people are saying, Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin is by far the worst game to do this, because it says there's online PvP and online co-op when you look at the tags for the game on Steam. And in the comments you have someone saying, like in the reviews, someone said that they speed run through a lot of stuff in games, and it took them 4 hours to unlock the co-op portion of the game. And then there was the other review, and the person said that they were still one step away from unlocking co-op, and they had put 6 hours into the game. So it seems as though Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin is going to be best played solo, and I wouldn't even worry about the co-op if you are going to pick the game up. I wouldn't worry about co-op until both you and the person or people or whatever that you plan to play with have played the game quite a bit yourselves, because it's estimated, based on reviews on Steam, to take between 4 and roughly 6 hours to actually unlock the access to play this game in co-op. And I really think developers need to stop doing this sort of stuff. Fair enough, have like a 15 to 30 minute tutorial, the shorter the better, in order to get to grips with what the game's about, understand the controls and everything like that, and then let players jump into co-op. A lot of games also let you do it from the get-go, which is the best thing they could do, but if they are going to lock it, I recommend no longer than, I'm not even going to say half an hour, just 15-20 minutes at a push even, because when you buy a game and you're buying it for co-op purposes, you want to be in that co-op gameplay as fast as possible. So to have something like Monster Hunter Stories 2, to have that a 4 to 6 hour, if I was ever planning on buying this game and I was going to buy it purely for co-op, I wouldn't even bother. I would just look away from the game and never even purchase it. It's one of the biggest, like, put-off things a developer could do, is to lock up co-op when your game is designed for it as well. But there are other ways developers do it, even some that are unintentional. I'm going to bring it up. It's quite a big game for me on my channel at the moment, and that's Outriders. The game is co-op, yet their matchmaking and connections absolutely suck, so it takes away from the game being co-op. There was also a game called Operation Tango. That was set to be a co-op specific game. You couldn't play single player, you couldn't even matchmake, you had to play co-op where you are in with a friend, or at least someone you found like in a group or forum or whatever. But that game, for hours and hours after it first launched, wasn't even available to play in co-op. They had issues with joining your friends' games and the friend pass they released and everything like that, and it was an absolute disaster. But what we're going to do is leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts about Monster Hunter Stories 2 in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.